to,
Go ahead and change the
What's the
date, you
20?
say?
there we go.
27.
Yeah, we're good now.
All right, so then we'll board of directors meeting to Monday, the 27th, which is what's on here.
Oh, it is with us.
That way I'll be back.
Corey, where you going?
Chris.
I'll be in Fort Myers Saturday for the baseball tournament.
I won't be here, but it's 27. Yeah, I already tell you I won't be here. But in who's? Life goes on.
I might not be here. I have jury duty.
No, they won't take you. They'll throw you out right off the
I'll be
wall.
back recording. Okay, that's official. We'll have the meeting. I'll get that posted today.
January 27th.
Also gonna move the building committee meeting back a week as well. So that'll be on the 29th, I think, Wednesday.
We have an attitude there.
All right,
While we're talking about it, I think the landscape also moved from this Thursday to next Thursday too. At least that's what Pete
Is
was
he
telling.
back?
He's back. Mhm.
we didn't want to have it this week.
She didn't say why.
So January.
All right, we'll get that
Yeah.
posted. You get all those redone today and up on the boards by the other day. All right, legal notices. Okay, we're good. Old business, second floor entry slab renovation. Maybe John's around, but he'll have a report on that. What's his name? Okay, Posse is just dragging his feet.
So they're really still working on the second floor things.
Yeah.
Are they
Well,
working on them?
No,
No,
no.
waiting.
So
Posse's got to go back and fix the ones he screwed up.
ours is already
If we have to get
shipping.
our lawyer involved, we'll do that too.
So that's on hold.
So that's right now, yeah. John's working on that. He's been calling her Posse. Electrical repairs, I think we still have one. What's the one next to you, Dan? They still have the wire up over the top.
Yeah,
One was pretty nice.
still looking at the wire.
Yeah,
One.
I think it's a pretty wire.
137.
37.
That wire has
Oh,
been
wait,
there.
not close out.
It's running up over
Going
the top
over
of
there
the tree.
to 137.
Cause Max and I walked through there.
Yeah,
yesterday.
38 was
Hurricane
fixed
season, I
last
might
year.
worry about it being on the tree, but with it not being.
But yeah, it's unsightly.
Electrical, that's fine. Pickleball court project status, John called that guy again. He still hasn't sent a check back to us for the, the half or. he was
You're
supposed to.
kidding.
No.
Got the whole damn thing. You
That
can't
was-
depend on this guy.
That was in the mail at one point,
Yeah, that was what we
written
said
on
last
a,
meeting.
didn't know
sitting on
that.
a desk or something, but he did call them. And talk to the one brother, who is not the one he's the sales guy, and so we haven't heard back, but hopefully we're on track to get that done. The drainage issue with the lake, I think we're gonna go after them, or at least after their license. Make it hard for them, but they spent three full days down here. And supposedly they got the back one clear. I don't know if I believe that or not, from the pool back there in the back to the other lake. They said they got that one open. And I don't know if we're gonna, Jim here has a friend who might be into that kind of business, so we might be just taking another avenue. See what we can do, or we may even try to do this front one ourselves. So that's sort of
Which
in
one-
limbo.
Which one had the pipe underneath the dirt?
That's the one right here. in
That's
this
the one
lake,
right here.
which we found the end of that
Right,
pipe.
okay. Legal action, you sort of up in the air, jambalaya, you don't know.
We're up in the air. Well,
Hello.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris, my name's Cody. I'm here for your lunch order.
State, go after a license.
What should we do for lunch, sir?
That was Chris. It's on the meeting. I
He's in
muted
bed.
him. I muted him. He's in bed at the hospital.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my goodness.
Well, anyways, John will have reports on all this, I'm sure, a little more.
Talk,
27.
check, miss, well,
The wall?
Yeah.
The wall's going up. Hey. It's up 2 levels or 2 cinder blocks as of last night. I think.
I have all up.
discovered
Walls all up at the,
Hmm?
I have discovered another wall, another tree involved with it. Trees inside the courtyard. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. We got the same issue again.
Well, that's gonna be their problem.
Well,
The
that's
tree is
exactly
theirs.
what I wanna make sure
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
is the
no,
case.
John and I have already looked at that.
Oh, you have seen it
Yes,
then?
we have seen it,
Because
and that's
I
gonna
couldn't
be.
believe it.
179 had to take the tree out of their back courtyard because it was in their back
And we
courtyard.
got good news on the lanai, that the tree roots pushed the lanai up,
Mhm.
cracked it. The lawyer says we're not responsible. That's their tree in their courtyard that did it, and that is on them. So
So it's a back courtyard.
Down by me in Woodlawn.
I believe so.
Oh.
So it's a back
that's even
courtyard.
one of them.
Yeah, it's a back courtyard.
141's walls up.
Is it all the way up?
up?
It's all the way up.
Hey,
I looked this morning.
Good job.
Looks good.
Take care.
Right, those people are.
well, those guys were working
Patience.
hard yesterday. I was
It
watching.
looks good.
It was poured and everything. The concrete was
Yeah, 'cause
poured.
I was up.
Oh, no.
Blocks all up.
No kidding.
Yeah, I went down there yesterday and they had, there was, just the footing was still sitting there. There was a couple blocks there.
Walls up now.
Well done.
They worked hard yesterday.
Very good. All right, this is Sports Lake. We talked about that review banner and signs rules. I don't know where we stand on that. Oh,
We're gonna talk to Claire, right?
that's right, yeah, Claire was. I don't know if he did or not. But we'll get a. It's not anything imminent. Now that we have another few years before the election.
Love it. It's so wrong.
So wait, we all, we're all thinking, Tammy, think about it.
I wasn't. I was thinking about putting my signs up. Yeah.
I've got my sports sign up, but it's inside of my fence and not visible from the.
Mine's behind the bushes. You can't see that.
Mine's behind,
Uh, Finding issues in, we haven't had any issues with that. Pump has been working.
We haven't had any rain.
Well, that's true too.
The
Today, the one rain we had, it
Did pond up quite a bit.
ponded up because the pump got flooded.
Yes.
And as soon as Jack unclogged the pump, it drained right down. So,
Have we voted? Is that just what we're gonna do? Vote on the generator rules? I thought we had that taken care of.
We haven't talked to a building committee yet. That's
No.
gotten together a building committee yet to talk.
We're gonna try to reestablish the rules committee, which is Claire.
which is
Okay.
basically Claire, the both of them, F and G falls on Claire. I thought we had decided. Just thought.
Yeah.
That's another one. I hope until the next hurricane and we'll worry about it.
all right. Termite issue.
Hmm.
Well, I think everybody knows we got a building that's gonna have to be tenanted back in the 500s. John is thinking about late February.
I have a question about this. Every month we have people in homes. And they're doing spraying for bugs. Isn't there any way that we can find these termites before we have to tent the building?
Not really, you don't see them until you see the dropping, that's
And
the only,
it's done.
yeah.
I'm
Over
afraid
there.
we've got another building potential too. And that's over in the 700 floor over there. There's sawdust on the floor and all the other whatever symptoms of.
If we have it in just one unit, we're trying to treat them.
Excellent.
And we have one down in the 100s and Dan's cluster and
Well, that's what I really wanted to see is that can we get some before they become the whole building?
What we need to do is educate the people on what to look for. I've had wood
Good.
termites and I've had subterranes. And it's a matter, yeah, the subterranes, they
It's really easy.
they pound that in the ground.
Yeah.
Through your cement, they ground holes in the cement and they put it in and you wouldn't believe the stuff that comes out of the ground after that. So
Shouldn't the committee-
termites,
Shouldn't the guy that's looking at these things be able to determine one way or the other before the homeowner comes in and says, what's this?
not really. Not really, until you look at the wood, until you see the granules,
Yeah,
or you have exposed wood where you're looking directly at the wood and you're seeing termite damage, you won't notice it. They treat my wood termites in my lanai every 2 years.
yeah, I had those two for a while.
I mean, they drill the little holes in and they spray the stuff in. And I keep watching for it, and then it's sure enough, 2 years later, it comes back. So it's just a matter of knowing what you're looking for.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day when I've seen, and one of the neighbors showed me this. She's not there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I thought about this place, what, 761 or something like that? It's been empty for 10 years. And what a breeding spot for everything from the.
Gus and John and I have looked in, we've gone in and looked at that a couple times because Gus was concerned about it.
Yeah,
And we have,
no air and no
Yeah.
heat. That's the other part that bothers me. There's nothing going on in there. to
Mold.
keep The temperature.
Waiting to happen. It already
we
was.
haven't seen anything.
It already did.
Good.
So,
All right.
It may be time to check it again, but every time we've been in there, we haven't seen
Well,
anything.
didn't we have a problem with mold in there too? But that was because of leakage from above.
We have, a couple of houses. Haven't heard.
Looking for repairs.
I'm trying to do it without setting the bill.
Yeah. Right. And John will have more on all this, I'm sure. New business, communications. Change the date of the board meetings, committee meetings. We've done that.
Steve, before you leave the termites, did you say that they've made any decision on 154? Is it being treated? Is it
It's
working?
being treated, and there's an option that we're thinking about, and that is pulling out the cabinets and replacing the cabinets. If it's just in that one unit, which the pest control people have said, yes, it's, because they've checked the other units on either side and nothing. It may be a lot less expensive for us to replace their cabinets. Pull the cabinets out, treat it really well, and then put new cabinets in. So we're looking at that too,
To
but
avoid-
in the meantime, it's being treated.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're,
Is that next door to you?
that's gonna, if we have to
Two
tent
away.
that one, that's gonna be a really, really big, because that's one building all the way around.
Well, maybe not. I think where my unit is and 149 is next to it, we don't have any adjoining walls.
Block up against block.
So if you had to tenant it, you might only have to do those 8 units on the end.
I'll have to bring-
It's possible. You could look at that
Yeah.
wall inside my front patio area. That's a bedroom wall on that side, but it's the outside wall. And then behind that is open space. So if they could seal that wall, they wouldn't have to go all the way around the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
So-
all with that.
That is a I don't think you have to go past that spot. It would affect me, which doesn't make me happy, but yeah. If it has to be tenant, I think you can just do that
Good
one
look at that.
section.
I don't know how their tent works or how that would.
Yeah,
they
it
have
would
to
depend on whether they could seal the
seal
tent
the tent,
against
yeah.
that wall on both sides. In the corner on the outside and in the corner.
I'll let John
on the
answer
inside.
that. And we'll have the termite people look at, or the pest control look
If
at
it
that
has to
too.
be done, that's.
We've got 3 different prices for the one back here, and our people are much less than the other ones. So,
They did one of our church buildings.
Yeah.
Turner did,
good.
this past year.
Should we be notifying this wall that's starting to crack people there to do something, or are we just gonna let it happen?
No, we're gonna let them know, I'm sure.
Okay, because I think that's something we should put them on notice. That, before the wall falls down, and then we really have a problem because they don't have the back courtyard.
I doubt the wall's gonna fall, but
Well, but it's beginning,
yeah.
somewhere in there. we've got to
Leslie's is
do
cracked and leaning, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna fall, but. What, you remember what unit it is exactly?
I don't.
John, knows,
Sorry, I
I'm
was
sure.
working from the backside.
That might help too. New business community. Alright, some of you may know, some of you don't. Dick gave me his resignation from the board.
McCullough. Dick McCullough.
Yeah, he just. He loves being on the board, but his hearing is so bad, especially at the church, he can hear absolutely nothing. So he's just lost. And he's got a lot of health issues right now too. He's having an aortic valve replaced on the 29th.
Oh, gosh.
And he's had back surgery. And just trying to get it so he can straighten up some, but he feels that he needs to step down. So I'm pondering a few people that I've.
It's the at large, it's the at large.
He's at large.
It is at large.
Yeah, it can be anyone.
This is aorta.
We're probably gonna advertise for an election, or are we going to appoint
I
someone?
think we're gonna appoint somebody first.
That's not.
Only gonna be for a month.
Sure.
Like drinking 10 of these at one time.
Or what's this, how long did this term go? It's the end
It
of.
was up, I think he was up for elections coming
Yeah,
year.
yeah. A month.
Then it was last time. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
John knows it.
Really,
Thank you.
put a few people in line, so we'll go from there. But we'll miss him. He's always a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, don't mind me if I come knock on your door.
Abram's her name.
Yeah, right next door. Managers report, G and E are open. Any reports? Have direct comments, owners comments, anything? Good.
Just the frustration with the upper walkways not getting done. I put another work order in. And that walkway between 09 and 10, 709 and 10, where the tree came down, they took up pieces of cement of the walkway there. Where the electrical work had to be done for 3 days afterwards. That's getting to a point where it's gonna be a trip hazard because the piece that they put in for people to step on is now a little bit lower than the cement. If that makes English. Yeah,
Okay, that's 7.
between 709 and 710.
Okay. We'll take a look this afternoon. I'll go take a look at it. We'll get on that for you, Pat. Don't want to trip hazards. Anything else? Any directors?
Just since I'm just butting in because
Okay,
I'm not gonna
get
be
your-
here at your next meeting, but I just want to let everybody know this cluster advisory is needed. I got it posted at the ones that needed. Per John, he was telling me, and I did not know that, you cannot be on the board and be a cluster advisor. And so Tiffany and Cookie and I, that's the reason their names, if you see it posted somewhere, that's the reason our names are off of it. Technically, you can't be it. As long as your name's not written down, but that's just my opinion, but whatever. But I do have them posted, I'm watching. If you see, sometimes I find a list on or the cluster advisor, description gone, but if you have any suggestions, I haven't gotten any emails. I have been talking to several people, just FYI. If you don't have anybody, reach out to them. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, that's it, that's it.
Oh, is it 26th of surgery? Okay, not bad. Yeah, I turned the number upside down.
She's just dyslexic.
I was just-
I've got a few things.
Hmm?
So. I think at the last meeting, we passed the purchase of the new tractor for the grounds crew, and it's gorgeous.
It's perfect.
It's wonderful.
Good.
It's so rich. The noise is a lot less compared to the last one. But I don't want us to drop the purchase of the trailer. At the last meeting, John was saying that the guy that does the welding work on the trailer said that we were on our last welding fix. So this is the end of the line for that trailer. So I just want to make sure we keep that rolling. Since we already have the money in the reserve set aside for it, it's not going to affect the budget. And you mentioned maybe you were going to look at
Yeah.
some quotes.
Yep, we are. I think Danny Palmer. The golf course that he works at and the golf course I play at, they just bought a new aluminum trailer, which is yeah, I shy away from aluminum a little bit because
Yeah.
there's drop trees in there, heavy stuff. So, but yeah, we're still on. We're still,
Look like aluminum foil.
but.
What are the chances we go back to Condo where we found the?
We don't do trailers.
They don't do
They
trailers.
don't do trailers. He gave me a name of another company. And I have to get off the phone to call them.
He told me not long after the last board meeting that they had some other thoughts about fixing what we had.
Yes, we can do that. That's a possibility.
Eddie, myself, Jim, we all looked at the trailer and it can be repaired. And we got it, tipped it up, got underneath of it. We all looked at it. Even Eddie agreed that, it could be fixed. And for a whole lot less than buying one. But I'll still look into the new one. And we'll see what the new ones, are out there.
Yeah. With the,
The initial, when the first time I did talk to the Kubota guy,
yeah,
because he knew this other company. The trailers were gonna cost more than the tractor.
Hmm.
And so we're still looking at,
yeah.
so yeah, I'll call that trailer company that he gave me the name of, but he seemed to think that they were really high, but we've got some other ones we can call too.
Okay, thanks. And just so that I know, so that when I go back to the landscape committee, I have an update. The fixes that could happen to the one that we have, is that separate from what the welder was saying was our last fix? And it was
He
still
just,
that
the welder was just. I guess he's just sort of tired of working on it, so to speak, and, but, I mean, I've welded, I know how to weld. It's very fixable,
Okay.
so we're gonna. look
That's
at both
good news.
options. Yeah,
Can we get new wood?
I think what-
Sorry.
Yeah.
On the agenda, we will purchase a new trailer, whether we do it today or next day, it doesn't matter. But I think it's
Purchase or
important.
repair, that's
Yeah.
what we're gonna put on the agenda, isn't we will purchase, it's we will deal with the trailer.
yeah. Okay.
I don't wanna see the funds go elsewhere because.
They can't, they're in reserve.
Other thought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trailer fixer.
Fix or repair.
Did you have a question, Dennis?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you're right. I mean, there's welders, I've had cars welded where an auto places say it can't be done. Well, my neighbor who's a welder
Yeah.
says, what are they talking about? I've seen, a good welder can do anything. As long as you have some material or you replace the material.
Yeah.
Steel. So,
Like I said,
you're right.
we put it up and all four of us were looking at it.
And
All four of us agreed that I can be fixed, he's here. Put in a whole new deck, just sheet metal, but yeah. Heavy metal.
And it probably, some of this new stuff today isn't as good as the old stuff.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's,
That's why.
New wood on the side, we
That
painted
is
it, it'd be
good.
pretty, huh?
I just wanted to make sure that the crew didn't go
yeah,
without.
yeah, yep. No, I won't do that. Okay, anything else?
That was everything on my.
I really like the tractor you guys got. I like that. So do the guys working it.
I walked into that just
Perfect.
perfect, yeah,
Timing.
perfect timing. This guy was trading it in because it wasn't big enough for what he wanted to use it for. It had, 13 hours on it?
Yeah.
And,
Perfect.
We got it for-
what We need here.
and the guys love the front end. Love it.
Smiling as they're driving it, or it's great.
We just need a wheel for the front of the album.
Back, Chester says, when do I get the cap with the air conditioning? I saw it, you buy it. I was in the right place at the right time.
I just have one comment. Guys want to send out a thank you for everybody who contributed to their holiday fund. But Jeff is waiting for everybody to be here at the same time. That has not happened here. So I'm gonna suggest that next year they take the picture at the luncheon.
Smart.
What, I didn't hear any report on that number, was it okay?
They did great.
They did great.
About 3,000.
They did
Everybody
great.
came through.
And it's not that,
Last year's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
it's not that they're not thankful, it's just that they want everybody in the picture and it hasn't happened yet. If
Appreciate
your
you
neighbors
telling us that.
complain, let them know Jeff is working.
Oh,
He hasn't
yeah,
forgotten.
that'd be great.
It's a great thing. All right, next meeting, we,
And on that, have we hired several people, haven't we? I recognize a couple, people. I'm just saying, I don't know if everybody knows.
hired a temporary guy, friend of is it Jeff's.
Jeff's
one, the
son or
carpenter?
something, isn't it?
Nah, not Jeff's son didn't work.
I'm the Jeffs.
So he's
Just
been working on
wondering.
the fences, but then we ran out of materials.
Yeah.
So we just got more posts in yesterday, but we don't have the, the planks. So they're gonna, now that we got the posts, they're gonna get them painted and they're gonna go around, at least put the posts in. Jeff is gonna be able to do that.
There's some of them right there.
And then when the planks come in, they'll be able to put them right out.
His name is Jacob, correct?
Jacob.
Jackson.
Jacob.
Send me.
Yeah.
I will.
Mark's got some.
I just want to let you all know, some of you don't know that Chris Perry has been in the hospital for since Christmas.
He's on.
He's on.
I
on the
know, I
meeting.
know he's there, but I want to.
Hey, thank you guys.
Okay.
I can put them on
And
speaker.
From what I understand, Chris is making a little bit of progress every day, but it's going to be a while before we see him again. So he should be, he's in Sarasota Memorial. You can send him a card, you can call him, you can do whatever.
We miss you, Chris.
Take care, Chris. Good luck.
Hi, Chris.
Any other comments? Anybody? Good,
I'm gonna be out of state for the board meeting next week.
okay,
I just asked Dennis if he would do the sound
okay,
and then make sure that the maintenance guy at the church has the building open.
okay, very good, thank you, appreciate it.
That's on the 27th.
27.
When are we gonna make that decision on the termites? Is that gonna be at the meeting where we're voting for it or something like that?
Well, because we have 2 weeks, I think we should.
I'm sure,
Enough on John's
How long
plate,
we going?
I wanna see if the place I'm thinking about needs to be looked at by the bug people. Before I come back to, but I'll get back to you with the numbers.
Dennis.
I think it may have been already taken care of.
okay, well,
I'll try to get it all working.
Oh,
But
he
it's
was
the
still-
third time I've heard about sawing.
Need to practice maybe
Yeah, I want to do that.
at home and see if you can.
yeah, she was here this morning, I just,
Hook up to the.
What's a different setup over to church?
Well, yeah.
But last time,
Connections to the soundboard.
she did a really nice job when she came into my place,
Well, there's these funny.
unlike a couple people before.
They look like teeny little beetles in my kitchen and they're only in the kitchen. Just tell me what you're cooking. They don't like your smell.
You're
It's
not-
green.
On a different note, and I know it's way early, but spring fling and stuff, are we still looking forward to that? Just
The
FYI,
date's been set.
Do we know what when's it?
Second.
Second.
March,
of March.
yes.
Gosh, I'm glad I looked that up.
Also, I wanna try and do another live show in March, and I think I'm gonna do a video show in February, if that's okay. Of a show that I did up north.
What's the date?
And,
27th.
Always enjoy your video show.
Just FYI too, Dusty, is Cynthia still gonna, Cynthia Ingram?
Yep,
still gonna-
Cynthia is back.
I'm just looking at.
Yeah, she's
I can write it down.
back. I talked to her the other day. She came in and we set up the day.
Okay.
If nobody's got anything else, we'll,
do I need to clear a date? Cause I'm thinking the beginning of February for this, video show.
it'd be nice. if We can get it out, get on the boards.
It's probably this Saturday, I would say, we have the 8th is the
Yard sale.
yard sale, I could
Carport
do it
sale.
that night. Right?
That's the weekend after Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, right
or
before, right before. Jeez.
pretty.
Saturday, right before Super Bowl's February 9th, isn't it?
We ought to make it just the entire day of festivities.
Well, this would be when it gets dark. Yeah,
Like 7, 6.
like 6,
Yeah.
6:30.
Jim and I should be back, so let us know. We'll be glad to help you, Dan.
And then if the courtyard sale is like a rain day, that would be then the following Saturday, which would be the 15th.
I could do that. I mean, I could do it Sunday. No, that's Super Bowl. No,
Ah,
as long as it's like,
mess with that.
do a rain. Let's see what the weather is. Because, one of the people who worked on the show is coming down here and would like to see. That's why I have to see what their dates are. The date would be.
So in case it
As
rains.
soon as you know,
we can
let us
post it
know
the
so we
week
can
after,
post it.
The 15th.
Yeah.
Get it on the
I'll hear all that. Wait.
All right, we'll see everybody on the 27th. There you go. Thank you for coming.
That is. I'm sure. I'm late.